In this video I'll show you how to use a typography tool Photoshop Action. Okay, so what I'll be doing here actually, I'm going to use this photo here, brush over my photo, play the action, and this is the effect that I'm going to create. Okay, so as you can see what the action actually does, it turns your brushed area into the text, and then you can disperse the text in any direction that you like. And I would like to let you know that the action is pretty much easy to use, and its action is processing very fast, but you will need a little bit more time with customizing the effect. Okay, but I'm going to show you the best way how to customize it to achieve what you like. Okay. I got one more example here. So from this photo I created this effect. Okay, so as you can see I have used the larger font here, so you can actually change the font, text. You got a fully customizable text, and also you can see here I created the left dispersion, and here I created some middle dispersion effect. Okay, and also you can apply some blur effects and so on. I'm going to show you all that. Okay, you can also change the colors. So I will now close these windows and start with our photo. Okay, so first when you open your photo, what you gotta check is that your photo is a background layer. Okay, so it must be called a background and have this lock icon, and if it's something like this or anything else, the action won't work. Okay, so when you open your photo, just go to layer, new, and choose background from layer. Okay, and you can see it makes your photo a background layer. Okay, now check your image mode. It should be RGB color mode, 8-bit Canon, and also check the image size. You can actually use any size, but for the best effects I usually use photos that have at least 1500 wide or height. Okay, and you can use any resolution here. So I have tested the action on 72 resolution and 300, so I'm just going to leave it like this. Click OK, and just to load the action, go to Window, Actions, click on this little arrow here, you got the drop down menu, go to Load Actions, and just choose the action that came down. Okay, so here it is. I have already loaded the action before. Okay, never mind. And now what you gotta do is to make a new layer, double click on its layer name and just name it brush. All letters must be lowercase, otherwise the action won't work. Okay, so be careful to do this as I did. And now just take a brush tool, and all you gotta do is to brush over your photo on the place where you want to apply the effect. Okay, so sometimes it's easier to make this brushed area differently. Okay, so you can do it like this, but what you can also do sometimes is to select it using a magic wand tool or some other tool here. And I'm sorry, if you're using this tool, you must select the background layer. Okay, and just select it like this, play with tolerance, or sometimes easier to select the background and like this, and then invert the selection. And now select the brush layer and just go to fill, and choosing the foreground color. You can use any color, and then just correct this. Okay, so you already made that brushed layer, so here it is. Let me just make this must be brush. Okay, so after you make this brushed area, all you have to do is to play the action. Okay, so during the action will stop for a few times, and you will get a message of what you need to do, but I'm also going to show you here in this video, so if you will need any help. Okay, so let's play the action. Okay, in the beginning the action is asking you, it says now go to File, Open, and choose the PSD file that came downloaded. When you open your PSD file, drag down the layer from it to your photo window. If you need any help here, please watch the video tutorial. Okay, so all you have to do is to click Stop, and then go to File, Open, and now what you gotta do is actually to select this layer, this PSD file. Okay, just click Open, and as you can see, it's just the text, its own layer here, and just take a move tool, click anywhere and just drag this layer to here. Okay, now double click and that's it. You will be able to move this text later, so it's not too much important how you will position it. Okay, so but you can place it so it covers the area that you have brushed. And now just place the action again. Okay, the action has started for the second time, and it says now save your photo as a PSD file anywhere you like. And you got a notice, save your photo somewhere where you will easily find it. Desktop usually, because you'll have to choose that file in the next few seconds. Okay, so just click continue, and I'm going to save my photo here. I'm going to call it Typography 2. Okay, and just going to save here, and as it says in the message, you'll have to choose that file in the next few seconds. So the best is to save it on a desktop or any other place where you will easily find it. Okay. Click OK. Okay, here is another window. It says in next pop-up window set both values to 5. You will be able to change it later. And check the stretch to fit and repeat edge pixels options. And just choose the file that you have saved a couple of seconds ago. So just click continue. Make sure that this is checked here and this option also. And this should be 5, but you will be able to change that later, as it says in the message. So the best is to set it for the now to set it like this, and then see later what's going the best with your photo, because it will depend from your font size that you use. Okay, so just click OK, and I'm going to choose my. Okay, the action has just up. So first let's close the action panel, and here we got a brush layer. So I left this layer here. Maybe you will need it later, but I will turn it off now because I don't need it. Okay, so here we got the adjustments, and we're gonna turn off the adjustments for now, and when you finish with customizing, we're gonna get back to adjustments. So this is the Typography 2 group, and as you can see, this is actually the main effect. And here we got the text color. So this layer is giving color to our text. The color is actually the color from your brushed area, and if you double click here, you are able to change the values for horizontal and vertical scales. So if you want to change them, you can just type, for example, like this, click OK, and then choose the PSD that you saved before, and the text will become more, if I can say, distorted. Okay, so if you are using larger values, it will become more distorted, but it depends on your font size. If you're using larger fonts, then you could use larger values here, but if you're a smaller font or like this, then you shouldn't use larger values here, but you can always try and see how it looks. So this is the background color. You can double click here and choose any color. I'm gonna use black here. And the photo background. If I turn off this layer, so you see that this is actually the background without that you have removed the area that you have brushed. Okay, so if I turn off this, you will see that the action actually removed this brushed area, so you can use your own background and just got text here. You can also, if you're not happy with this automatic effect, what you can do is you can make it look better a little bit using these spot healing brush tool, or clone stamp tool. Okay, so I will use this tool here, so you can just click, and so if you're not happy with the automatic effect, you can play manually and change this a little bit. What you can also do is to, using a rectangular marquee tool, just make a selection that goes from top of your canvas to down here, and just press Ctrl C and Ctrl V for PC, or Command C plus Ctrl V for Mac, and now just use the lasso tool, transform, and just drag this like here. Okay, so you can use also this one. I'm just gonna leave this background like this, because I'm going to turn on actually the background color, and I'm going to lower the opacity, so I will have my background, but it will not be too much visible. Okay, let's just change this a little bit. So I just remove this dark area. Okay, it's fine. So I will turn on this and like this. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how can you customize this text here. So all you got to do is to double click here, click OK, and now after you customize the effect here, all you need to do is to go to File and Save, and the changes that you made will be automatically added here. Okay. So just choose the horizontal type tool and click anywhere on the text. As you can see, there are a lot of text, so you can use really large images, and the text will still cover the photo. And now when you press Ctrl A for PC or Command A for Mac, you can actually just paste your text that you wish to add instead of this random text here. You can also change the font or the font style, font size, font color. You can also open these options here and change the line height and the spacing between the letters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a smaller font. I'm just going to set this to 20, and I'm going to lower the line height. Here's something about 8, and I'm going to increase the spacing between the letters. Let's change this to 9. Okay. So what you can also do is to select only some segments of the text and then just change their style or size, for example like this. And that's what I was doing actually on the example that I showed in the beginning, the example that had middle dispersion text. Okay, so here I'm just going to use the text that will be the same all over my photo. And as I said, when you finish customizing, just go to File, click Save. And when you get back here, you will see that the changes are applied here. And after you finish with customizing, so you don't want to change your text anymore, you don't want to change anything about these values in here, okay, then all you need to do is to select these two layers and just go to Merge Layers. And now your text is not editable anymore. I'm going to name it text, but it doesn't matter. So you can't edit your text anymore. So now we gotta create a dispersion effect. So you can create it on a lot of ways, but I'm gonna show you the way that I think is the fastest and the best. Okay. So just use the pen tool and start making path around. So make sure this set the path here, and just make a path around the letters that you wanna that you would like to disperse. So I'm gonna show you for first couple of letters, and then I'm going to fasten the video. So and I'm gonna start recording when I finish with this. Okay. So just make these around letters, and I want to create a left direction dispersion. So I'm gonna select more letters here on this side, and I will select also here some letters, but I will select here much more letters because it will then look more realistic. So the dispersion will start from here. Okay. Okay. So after you finish with selecting these letters, then just using the pen tool again, just go to right click and choose the make selection, click OK, and make sure that this layer is selected, and just go layer new and choose a layer via cut. Okay, so these are the letters, so just gonna name it like that, and I'm just gonna drag them over here because I want to make left dispersion side. Okay, And I'm gonna show you some great tip now. So if you want to create more letters, you don't have actually to start selecting the letters again. What you can actually do is to duplicate this layer and have more letters. Okay, and you can actually move them so it doesn't. You can, when you duplicate them, you can merge that layers and then take a razor tool and remove some letters so it doesn't look like you have duplicated actually. So I'm just gonna remove some letters like this. Let's zoom it a little bit. Okay, so I want to create a more realistic effect, so I actually need these letters to be more thinly played here at the end. Okay, like this. Okay, that's good enough, and just need to see on which layer. Okay, so I'm gonna move this. Okay, what I'm going to do also now is to turn off these letters layers, and now because you have duplicated the letters, you actually have more letters than you have spaces here. Okay, that you made by cutting the letters. So I'm going to select the text layer, and now using the razor tool, I'm going just to remove more letters or words, so it looks more realistic. Okay. So you should do this, so you can do this pretty much quick. I will fasten the video here and I'll get back when I finish with it. Okay, so I have just finished with removing some of the letters, and what is the important here is to remove these edges letters so it will look more realistic. So I'm going to show you now how. So for example, these letters, just remove them, and the effects will be more realistic. Okay, so you can also remove some kind of these. So just remove these letters that are on the edges, and that's it. I'm very happy with this effect. So now I'm gonna get back my letters. I'm gonna merge them into one layer. And what you can do now is that you can use a lasso tool, select any of these letters, and just go to free transform and make it larger, for example, like this. So you can make a lot of letters here to have different size, and that's what I actually done when I was creating the middle dispersion effect. But here I'm not going to do that, so I'm just gonna add some letters here. So I'm just gonna select like this, single layer, new via copy, and we need to move to, I'm just gonna add here, and we're gonna add some more letter. So that was layer here, copy. Okay, that's it. So I'll paste it here. Now what I'm going to do is to add some blur effects. So just select some of the letters, I go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I use a radius 1 pixel. So click OK, and now just select some of the letters and press Ctrl V for PC or Command V for Mac, and you will apply the blur effect. So just select some random letters, so that way you will have some 3D effect. It will look better and more realistic. So don't skip this step. Let's get everything here. And like this. Okay, and what you can also do is then select again some letters and apply another blur, or just select some letters that don't have blur and just apply 2 times so it has more blur, so it will have a different depth than this one here. Just do this quickly. Let's include letters over here. Okay, I think that's good. I'll turn off this here so I can apply blur effect here also. So somewhere I just press Ctrl V once, somewhere I press it 2 times or 3 times, so I get more blur. Okay. You can also use for blur a larger higher values for a radius, but I think it's best to use it like this, so you don't have to change it. Just set it to 1 pixel and just somewhere apply it once, somewhere apply it a few times, and that's it. Okay. So let's get back to this. Okay, I'm pretty much happy with this effect, and now I'm going to get back to my adjustments. Turn them on. First, this layer, if you're happy with if you don't want to make this dispersion and you want to just create typography effect that you get without customizing the action, then you could leave this layer here and play with the opacity to control the sharpen. But if you customize the effect, okay, like I did, just remove this layer and we're gonna make it again when I finish with customizing. So when you double click here, you can change the brightness by moving one of these 3 cursors, okay, to move them all. And I just want to move this a little bit here. Okay, it's good enough. And here we got the add contrast. You can change its opacity. I'll use something like this. And we've got another add contrast layer. I'm gonna leave it opacity like this. This is the overall saturation and color. So when you double click here, you can actually change the color by moving this cursor here. Okay, and then we're gonna leave this color, and you can change the saturation. So you can create more saturated effect, but you can also make it a little black and white. I'm just gonna saturate a little bit, so you're gonna set this to -10. And now make a new layer. Go to image, Apple image, okay. Filter other high pass, and just set radius 2 pixels, and set its blending mode to linear one. Now this is the sharpen layer. And when you click here, you can control the sharpen. So I'm gonna set it to about 20. And you can also create there a layer mask, so you can remove the sharpen on some letters if you'd like to. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this, but you know, you can remove it on some places that you want to get out of the focus. I'm pretty much happy with this result. So I hope you understood everything. If you need any help or you got any questions, you can contact me anytime, so you have support 24 hours a day. Just send me a message via my Envato profile page, and you will get the answer in less than an hour. Okay, so that's it. Bye.